Okay, so hello everyone. Today, what we are going to learn is that we are going to learn how to enable omni-channel in our Salesforce application and messaging and create a embedded service deployment and activate it and associate it with our messaging channel. So for that, what we need to do first is that we need to open our setup from here. And first of all, we need to go to omni-channel. I'm sorry, okay, it's not setup, it is omni-channel setting. Just keep that in mind before we go ahead and start working on omni-channel and Einstein or messaging. We need to ensure that we do have necessary licenses, which will be digital experience, feature license, messaging in and web, permission set license, Einstein for service replies license, and other required license wherein we so that we can use Einstein AI for most of to take benefit of most of Einstein AI based features which Salesforce provides. So okay, so coming back to the topic, we need to search for omni-channel setting over here in setup and toggle this button to on. That will enable omni-channel routing on your Salesforce application. Once that is done, we need to make sure with that our enable omni-channel and enable skill-based and direct to agent routing checkboxes are checked. And then after that, once we are done with that, we need to come to service channels over here and ensure that these two channels for messaging and phones are created. These are the channels through which a customer will connect to available agent within the application, within the service cloud or sales cloud. So just verify a couple of things before we move ahead. Okay, let me click on messaging over here. We need to see, okay, this comes, that looks fine. Then we need to come to routing configuration and we need to see if a configuration is already created or not. Usually, as soon as we enable omnichannel for the first time, the routing configuration gets created automatically for messaging. If not, we can go ahead and create a new one. But over here, it's already created. Let me just open it for you and see how does it look like. Let me click on the messaging. We'll see routing configuration name is messaging, routing priority one, routing model is most available. We can also see and click on edit button and see if we want to make any changes. Routing model or most available, least active or external routing. So least active is applicable when we want to assign a request to an agent who is least active and not working actively. The most available is applicable for the agent who is, as in it takes for that who is available for most of the time, looking at the history, etc. So these are routing which we can also learn on a separate as a separate topic. I will be putting up a separate video for the same to understand routing configuration. And this is a unit of capacity what we define how many calls or chat requests at a time a agent can uh, take. If agent is already occupied with five requests, then no new request will be assigned to the agent. Okay, so now once that is done, our omni-channel is active, routing configuration is there, service channel is also there. Now we need to create a queue for which that routing request can be assigned to, and that will be queue where our live agents will be added to. So for that, we will look for queue in our setup option. We will go to queue and we'll see if these three type of queues are created or not. One is messaging queue, one is service case, and third one is fallback queue. So this messaging queue, what it works as soon as a chat request is created, or a chat request is invoked from our website, and um, if our automated Einstein bot is not able to resolve that, or if for some reason we want to transfer that chat request to a live agent, so that request will be routed to this queue using the routing configuration which we just saw at the last tab, and will be assigned to one of the user who are available in that queue. And then there is another queue which is fallback queue. This queue is activated when there is no agent is available, and there is no agent available to pick up that request. In that case, that request will be pushed into fallback queue. So once we are done with queue, and once we are done with omnichannel enablement and routing configuration and service channels, then the next step will be to enable our messaging setup. So before we move ahead for messaging setup, please do subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Okay, now coming back to our messaging setup, we will search for messaging setting in our setup. We will come over here. We will need, by default, you will find one channel created here, messaging. Okay, but we will, if if not, and in anyways, if we want to use that chat request is routed to a live agent correctly, we will need to enable this messaging button on the screen, and then we will, if a channel is not already there, we will have to create a new channel. Let, in this case, a channel is already there, but let me just show you how do we create a new channel. So we will click on the new channel button over here, and we will click on start. Then we will need to select what type of messaging channels we want to create. For example, we see here, right, that WhatsApp messaging for in-app and web, Facebook Messenger, Apple Messenger for business. So how does it work is that these work as a messaging channel, and to what all platform, messaging platform we want to uh, create our chat request, or to allow our customer to reach out to us, we will create those channels. So if we create a WhatsApp channel, then a customer can reach out to us or our agent or our automated chat bot through that channel. If it is via Facebook, then we will use this messaging channel. But for this scenario, we will be using messaging for in app and web. So I will select this option. I will put a messaging channel name. Let me put that web messaging, and then we will have to put deployment type web or mobile. Right now we are doing for web, and then domain. So this domain is the domain which you have set up in your Salesforce application. Let us see what the value is. I'm coming back to setup again. All right, so we will search for domain in our setup. We will see there are multiple domains created: sites domain, my domain, and experience cloud sites domain. So we will copy the value of domain name which is of type experience cloud sites domain, and we will come back to the screen where we are creating a messaging channel and paste this value and click on next. Routing type, okay, so for the time being I'm selecting none. The next step will come later on, and we'll click on save. So that will create a messaging channel for you. It might take some time. As it says, it may take up to 10 minutes. Okay, oh yeah, he's done, right? So we are done. So now our messaging channel is created and ready to be used.